here's the host of Blockbusters, Bob Holness.
Thank you and welcome once again. I knew you'd join us again because we left at the most thrilling part of the game, in fact, the most critical part of the game when we last saw you. And it is, of course, going into the 5th gold run in Blockbusters that the big prize actually comes up. We won't say too much about it because it may put our contestant off. In case you've forgotten who the contestant is, meet the winning pair at the moment, Christopher and Hayley. Sitting there, having gone right through the other 4. Some they won, some they haven't. And Hayley's turn it is now to take the gold run. How are you feeling, Hayley?
Absolutely terrified.
Absolutely terrified. That's exactly how we want it. So she's all keyed up to see that game. Let me just mention to you that this is the game in which many, many big prizes have been won over the weeks on Blockbusters, and it could well be one that she's been waiting and waiting and waiting for if she gets there. This is the board she's going to do it on. It's the gold connection that's got to be made across the board. It can either be done quickly like that, or it can be done in a more complicated way, for instance like that. Those initial letters are, of course, the initial letters of the answers, but the most critical thing is it's got to be done in 60 seconds or less. So, the usual invitation now. Hayley, will you please put yourself on the hot spot? The usual brief recap. The connection has to be made in 60 seconds or less. If you don't make it, you get £10 for every correct answer, nonetheless. And the timing starts from the moment you give me the initials you want in the left-hand column. It's all yours.
L.A.
Where an editor gets his views across, often written by writing them himself.
Pass N.S.
In 1966, she told the world her boots were made for walking.
Nancy Sedaka.
Nope.
Nancy... Pass T.A.L.
The visible and audible evidence of a storm.
Thunder and Lightning.
Right.
S.S.
A final performance, even if you are neither a bird nor a singer.
Swan Song.
Yes.
A.A.K.
Hitting out with your foot shows you're still living.
Pass C.S.S. S.C.C.
Have their headquarters at Kennington at the Oval.
Pass I.B.
Composer of White Christmas, the world's best-selling record.
Irving Berlin.
Correct.
S.A.R.
What you do when you suspect skullduggery.
Smell a rat.
Right.
H.A.H.
What the hungry and greedy are said to eat you out of.
House and Home.
Right.
T.P.
Dye obtained from a shellfish. Oh, how sad. It's terribly disappointing, isn't it? I'm awfully sorry. I really do feel terribly sad for you, but you were almost there. I wonder if you'd have got that dye. Can I test you on it before we go any further? It was a dye obtained from a shellfish which was highly prized in the ancient world. It's an awful one. The answer is Tyrian purple. So you don't feel quite so bad now, Hayley, do you? Nevertheless, you do have £440. You have those binocular cameras from a previous game. You have that holiday in Stratford-upon-Avon. And so, of course, does your confederate Christopher. Christopher, come down and join Hayley on the hot spot. Come along. Give him a round of applause. Superb. The sad thing is you will never know what the prize was going to be. We can't tell you that because that would make you feel too awful for words. What are you going to spend the £440 on? Any idea at all?
Haven't a clue.
What about you, Chris?
No, I haven't really thought about it yet.
You haven't thought about it. But you're looking forward to doing everything else, going to Stratford and using the camera and binoculars, which you've already seen, haven't you? Mm. Well, congratulations on going right the way through. Commiserations on missing out on that very fine gold run. But £440 is not bad.
No.
Super champion. Thank you very much indeed. Off they go. It always is a sad state of affairs, isn't it? But it could have been just that much quicker across the gold run board. It leaves us in that rather odd position in that we have, I was going to say no friends on the programme, but we have lots of friends coming up. We know that. Young friends, all between 16 and 18 on this programme, because that's the object of this show. And it's time to meet the next 3 contestants who are going to play Blockbusters. And for the first time in a long, long time, we have 3 girls on the panel. It's Dee, first of all, who I know comes from somewhere in London. Where exactly, Dee?
Well, I come from the Henrietta Barnett School. That's on Central Square in Hampstead Garden suburb.
You live close by?
Yes, I live very close by.
What are you terribly good at school?
I'm not terribly good at anything.
All right, moderately good then.
I'm moderately good at history, English, and I enjoy politics, but I'm not sure I'm even moderately good
politics?
at that. Yeah.
Interesting. What do you do for leisure work?
Oh, for leisure. Well, I love going on holidays as often as possible, like going on picnics, reading good books, listening to Michael Jackson.
Oh, well, would you like to travel around the world?
Oh, I'd love it, if you're
Well,
offering.
you stand a chance on this programme.
Good.
Felicity and Effie are the next two. Let's meet them. Hello, both of you. You don't come from London. Where do you come from?
Guildford.
Guildford, not far off, down south a little bit. Where do you go to school, Felicity?
George Abbott School.
George Abbott's, and that's you too, Effie,
Yeah.
yes? What are your interests, Effie, outside school?
I like playing the guitar a little. I like travelling.
You like travelling as well?
Yeah.
They're all on the tack, aren't they? Okay, what about you, Felicity? What
Well, I like music, writing songs. Well, that's what I call them anyway.
You write songs?
I try to.
Have you had any published?
No.
Well, you could. Well, fame often comes to people who appear on Blockbusters. Once seen, never forgotten, as they say. So, this is a chance now that you have to go for the very first game in a set. Felicity, you look a little bit tense. Just relax. You can't be that terrified. You haven't started yet. Well, Effie, you'll back her up, won't you?
I'll try to.
You'll try to. Okay, here we go then. It's the first game in a set of three. Just in case you don't know, very quick mention of what they have to do. It's Felicity and Effie who are blue, working across the board, making a connection like that. And going from top to bottom, it's D. She's white. She's trying to make that connection, which is a little bit shorter because there's only one of her and two of them. So let's see what the first letter is as we go into the first game of a new set of Blockbusters. It's A, and to get you settled in, a really easy one. What A is the Muslim name for God? D?
Allah.
Allah is right. Good start. And the next.
M, please.
M. Okay, that's right in the middle. It's a good one to get. What M was the huge, hairy creature like an elephant and called... Yes?
A mammoth.
Mammoth is right. Good one there. Well, what next?
T, please.
You'll have T. What T is the leaf that fills cigarettes? Simple as that. D again.
Tobacco.
It's tobacco, yes. Well done. Don't
G.
give up. Sorry, yes.
G, please.
You want G? Come, she's eager, isn't she? Here we go.
Sorry.
That's all right. No, don't apologise. Marvellous. What G was played by Dennis Quilley in the television series Number 10? That was Felicity.
Gladstone.
Is right. Well done, yes. Good start. Right. What do you want, Felicity?
Y, please, boss.
You'll have Y. Okay. What Y is a veil worn over most of the face by Muslim women? Yes, Felicity?
Yashmak.
Is correct. Yashmak, yes. The next one?
L.
You'll have L. What L is Scotland's largest loch? Yes, Dean? You'll kick yourself. What L is Scotland's largest loch? Hands up, and it's Felicity.
Lomond.
Yes, it is. Lomond, yes. Right, your choice.
O, please.
Oh, okay. Now then, what O is a bivalve mollusk especially associated with which... Yes, Felicity.
Oyster.
You see, it's not so hard, is it? Right, well done. And the pair of them stand a chance of making that connection. 1 unit to go, unless you can stop it. D, which is it going to be?
I.
It's going to be I, and this is the question. What I was the easternmost stop of the Orient Express? D?
Istanbul.
Istanbul is right, yes. Now it's your chance, D. You've got 1 to make that connection.
Have to be D.
It has to be D. It doesn't have to be, but it would be advisable. This one could do it for either of you. Most important answer here. What D is another name for Lucifer or Satan? D?
Devil.
Devil is right. That's the one. What a close run one that was. My goodness gracious me. Both equally good at that, getting across, and they're both puffing and blowing rampancy. What's the problem?
Oh, it's just petrifying, that's all.
But you saw the
nerve-wracking.
previous champions, quite relaxed. No nerves at all.
Well, it's relaxed when you're down there watching them, but when you're actually up here,
Yes.
it's quite a different matter.
Felicity, you're feeling a tiny bit better, aren't you?
No, well, a
Silly
little
question.
bit. A tiny bit.
Okay, let's go straight into the second one, just so they won't have time to think about it. Here's the board. It's E that's flashing, so stand by the buttons, all 3 of you. Here comes the second game in the set of 3. What E comes after red, white, and blue in maritime situations? In red, white, and blue in maritime situations. Nope, the answer is ensign. Ensign. What E is associated with little, triple, and cordial? Yes, Felicity.
Entente.
Entente is right. Yes, yes. And it's your choice.
You, please.
You, okay. What you were cheap furniture and clothes during World War II? Think back. I remember them well. They were utility clothes, utility furniture, yes. Well, have another U. What U was the Titanic inaccurately said to be? D.
Unsinkable.
Is right, unsinkable, yep. So, one on each end of the board. Where are you going now?
P, please.
You're going for P. What pea is the vegetable that became Cinderella's coach? Oh,
Pumpkin.
yes, a pumpkin it is, and away she goes. With another one.
N, please.
N. All right. What N is a 5-cent piece in the USA? Yes.
Nickel.
Nickel is right. And you're going for the next one?
H, please.
It's H. Here it is, very quickly. What H is the little sign that joins two words? Yes, Felicity.
Hyphen.
Hyphen is right, yes. Well blocked. And on that rather tense moment, we break off in the middle of the game. Hark at them. We'll see you again soon. Hurry back.